as they're in Fort Kent. They're in 11th place, the Class C standings with a record of 8-5, and the Woodland girls are in 4th place, a record of 9-4. And do the announcements by Brooke Russell and Chelia Taylor Rain. Officials for today's ball game are Kevin Barty, Scotty Reynolds, and Phil Stewart. Will they be doing both games? I think so, but I wouldn't put my life on it. I think so. Okay, these are the starters. Hannah Daigle from Fort Kent. So let's take a clear look at today's starting lineup, brought to you by Sunrise Eye Care and Callis and Matthias. Let Sunrise Eye Care help you see everything more clearly. Call 454-2277 or 255-4461 today for an appointment. Now here's your Sunrise Eye Care starting lineup. For Fort Kent, we'll have Hannah Daigle, Michaela Pelletier, Madison Socia, J.Lee Jondro, and Desiree Hafford. On the other side, for the Woodland Lady Dragons, they will start Brooke Russell, Emily Erskine, Sadie Smith, Katie Erskine, and Emily Curtis, who is coming off the flu, I would say, is trying to get her balance and gain legs back and her strength. And now we'll stand for the playing of a national anthem. Down for one here. We have a doubleheader with the Fort Kent Warriors coming to town, and I want to make an announcement about the pink game. The pink game between the Woodland girls and the Callis girls have been switched to tomorrow night at 6:30. It will not be Wednesday, it will be Tuesday, tomorrow. I will mention that several more times, but I just want to pass that word along. All right, and now for get ready here for Sunrise Eye Care starting lineups. They'll have Russell, Erskine, Smith, Katie Erskine, and Emily Curtis. On the other side for Fort Kent, they'll have Hannah Daigle, Michaela Pelletier, Madison Socia, J.Lee Jondro, and Desiree Hartford. Fort Kent coming in here with a record of 8-5. So Scotty Reynolds, the official, will get ready to toss it up. Fort Kent has good height, good experience, and they do play a tough schedule. Tip up and controlled by Fort Kent's Pelletier. She'll win the forecourt. Pelletier winning the man-to-man. Pelletier way up front, guarded by Russell, with a dribble. Tries to penetrate, does so, and it stops, pops up and off the glass. No good, rebound by Curtis. Hands over to Russell, we'll bring it back the other way for Woodland. They should just join us. We just started this game to Woodland Lady Dragons and the Fort Kent Lady Warriors. Ball's kicked out of bounds, and it'll be Smith's ball on the far sideline for Woodland. For Russell. Looks like a 1-3-1 zone put on by the Lady Warriors. Erskine, down the baseline, skip a pass outside of Russell. To Curtis, back outside to Katie Erskine for three, got it! Hot start here so far for the Woodland Lady Dragons, hitting that three.
Actually, that was Emily.
Emily, excuse me. Emily, you're right. Emily Erskine. I do get those two mixed up sometimes. Around. Hafford. Little dribble. Loses the handle out of bounds off of Hafford's foot. Trying to penetrate against that man. So come back with Russell for Woodland. To Emily Erskine. Back over to Russell. Back over to Erskine. To Katie Erskine. Trying to penetrate that 1-3-1 zone. Now lose the baseline, so shot up and no good. Rebound comes away with it is John Joe. Hands it up to Pelletier. Long shot up and no good by Dingo. Rebound by Curtis. It's away up court. Woodland leads at 3-0. 6:30 to go, opening quarter. Smith loses the handle and in the Russell we get a double dribble on Russell for a turnover. So we'll be bringing up court. Pelletier with it. Over the top to Dago. Gets a give and go. She falls to the floor. Stolen away by Katie Erskine. Oh, yeah, it's a rest for her teammate. Spins over the top and knocked out of bounds by Socia. For Kent will be with his ball underneath their own basket. Curtis to Erskine. Give and go. Back over to Emily Curtis for two in the back for a cut. Give and go. 5-0, just like that. Up court. Pelletier looking for the cutters. To Hafford. Hafford in the paint, running right-hander. Up off the glass and in. And now they come in a 1-2-1-1 half-court press. Still in the backcourt. Finally across the time. Try to use Russell. Stops. Look for help. Finally gets over to Erskine. Back over to Russell. Dribble. Erskine down to Katie Erskine. Baseline. Over the top, yeah, that's what they wanted. It's stolen away by Fort Kent. We have a 1-on-2 break. Shot up and no good as Hafford took that shot. It was 1-on-2. Curtis. Down, stops. Looking for the cutters. No one seems to be moving. Finally, so he gets around the top. Sadie Smith stops, pops up and no good. Rebound. Comes away as Fort Kent. John Joe. All the way up to Hafford. Hafford in the lane, puts it up and in for two. 5-4. 4:45 left to go, opening quarter here. So a 1-3-1 around the Russell for Woodland. They lead by 1 point, 4:35 to go, opening quarter here. Woodland Lady Dragons, Fort Kent Lady Warriors. Fort Kent in the Class C in Northern Maine. Shot is up by Russell, no good, rebound by Erskine. Over the top, gets over to Smith for the next catch. And Coach Michelle Ripley will take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout with a score, Woodland 5, Fort Kent 4. 4:23 left to go in the first quarter here. Woodland leads it by 1, 5-4. That'll be Woodland's ball on the near sideline. Official first to it. There's a whistle and we'll stop play here after that quick timeout by Coach Michelle Ferry of Woodland. Russell. Around, back over Erskine, back over Russell. Fort Kent's forcing Woodland to shoot the ball outside in a deep zone, and then they come out to challenge the passes. Still Russell gets over Erskine to Curtis. Curtis, baseline, gets it back out to Russell, stops, pops up and off the glass, no good, ball stick, picked off by Fort Kent. All the way down by Socia in the corner. Socia for Fort Kent, waits the rest of the players, gets it back out to Pelletier. To John Joe. Well, shot up and good by Socia on the three, and Fort Kent is taking a 2-point lead. Now come on the full court press. It's Fort Kent. Smith in the backcourt. It's over to Russell. They break the press. Still has it. We get a block and foul on Fort Kent.
I believe that foul is going to be on number 3, Desiree Hafford. Her first, team's first.
And Abby Walker will check in for Emily Curtis. Yeah, Coach will have to watch it. She's been on the mend from sickness, so she'll have to limit her minutes a little bit here. Abby Walker will check in.
And I noticed a thing they've changed on Woodland's offensive. They've actually taken Katie Erskine from the outside wing to the top high post. This offense that they're running now, Mike.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a switch. First time I see them do that. And the ball's in the backcourt off the hands of Fort Kent. Yeah, the baseline and that 1-3-1, the baselines will be open. But they can get the ball down there without the shift by the zone. Russell. Over the top, gets over to Smith. Smith in the corner for three. No good. Rebound off the hands of Fort Kent. Goes off Socius. It'll be Woodland's ball underneath their own basket. Fort Kent 7. Woodland 5. 2:58 to go. Opening quarter. Smith inside. No good by Katie Erskine. She would have line for two.
Foul is going to be on number 21, Sherry Jondro, her first, team second.
Dips, shoots, and got it. 7-6. Earlier ball game to get tomorrow's a school day, so they want to get the kids back up to Fort Kent. That's a long bus ride, 4 or 5 hours.
They have a pretty bus out there. That's a pretty comfortable bus. I looked at that and I says, wow.
She made
we didn't have something like that for our trips.
7-7, and a fly-in, shot up, no good by Pelletier. Rebound is controlled by Erskine. Woodland will bring it up to Russell. Russell, time strike. Tied at 7. 2:40 left to play in the first quarter. Yeah, I saw that. Looked like a sea bus.
Looks like it'd be a lot warmer than our regular school buses, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, in Fort Kent, for the teams, they have long trips.
They do.
So that's why. Shot up by Emily Erskine for three. A 2 of them for her. And Woodland takes the lead 10-7. 2:15 to go opening quarter.
Feed her. She's feeling it all right.
Confidence. Threes are more confidence than anything else. Around the horn is Hafford from Daigle. Long shot by Hafford is no good. Rebound is controlled by Daigle. Brings it back out to Pelletier. Pelletier with the dribble. Way up on the wing. With the dribble. Grabbed by Russell. She gets by, lays it up, and no good. A little strong, and get a foul on Fort Kent. Rebounding action. Is Brooke Russell took that one in the face.
Foul's going to be on number 10, Michaela Pelletier. Her first, team's third.
She didn't mean to, just go by the ball. So it'll be Woodland will be in the forecourt. Russell. They don't see Abby. They can't
see her. Abby was wide open down on that baseline.
That's what happens at 1-3-1. They are open on the base, but with the long arms, you don't see it. Long shot by Emily Erskine for two this time, just inside the line. 12-7, Woodland with the 5-point lead. 1:20 to go, opening quarter. Then of course Pelletier to Daigle. And a little blocking foul on Woodland, yeah.
Foul's going to be on number 10, Sadie Smith. That's going to be her first, team's first.
John Joe was making the penetration inside the paint. And get the blocking foul. Yeah, Sadie Smith will check out.
You saw what I saw, right, Mike? Okay. We're both on the same page here.
Jaden Smith will come in for Sadie. And we get a foul as Abby Walker ran into the player for a foul.
Abby Walker, number 12, is going to pick up her first, team second.
That's one of those I didn't mean to, ref. She was trying to avoid the foul as she was falling. All right, Socia in the corner. And almost thrown away, but picked up by Pelletier. With the dribble is Pelletier. Way out front. Inside, give and go from Daigle back with Pelletier. Long shot up by Hafford. That is no good. Did she save it? No. Out of bounds.
Nice try, though. Great effort there that time by Saucier.
Not much room there behind them because of the stage and things. It's not like down the Bangor. When you get plenty of room, you can move and get that pass off. Russell. But Woodland trying to break Fort Kent's press. It's a 1-3-1 half court, or 3/4 court press, I would say. We're under a minute here. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Woodland with the lead and the ball. Erskine back outside to Russell. 30 seconds. Stop. Back out front. Smith to Russell. With the dribble. Being patient here. Out front. Erskine to Katie Erskine. Emily to Katie. And a long shot by Russell for three. And yeah! Well, she says, well, I'll take it if you're going to leave me that open. 15-7. 1-3-1's supposed to stop the outside shooting. Down, Pelletier, down to 3 seconds. Pelletier in the paint, loses handle, stolen away by Walker, and she traveled. With 0.3 seconds to go in the quarter, she tried to get it off so quick. 0.3 seconds. You can't get a shot off in 0.3. No, impossible. All right, that completes our first quarter of play. The score, Woodland 15, Fort Kent. We're back at the Woodland High School Gymnasium, the Woodlands ball, as they lead at 15-7 at the end of the first quarter. Fort Kent girls, the record of 8-5. Woodland, with a record of 9-4. Smith. Final 2 weeks of the regular season.
It's going to be a rush to get these games into.
Yes, with the weather pending here in the middle of the week. Curtis, way off on the sideline. Gets over to Erskine. Emily Erskine.
Because Woodland's got to travel up north this weekend, so we're going to be up there Friday and Saturday.
To play Fort Kent and Fort Kent,
yeah. So we're going to, we're going to play these girls tonight. And I believe Saturday or
Friday's Fort Kent.
Is it Friday Fort Kent? Yeah. Okay, we'll be playing them again. So 4 days difference. They're going to be seeing one another. So twice, I should say, seeing each other twice. So
off the turnover. And before Kent shot up, no good. Rebound is controlled by Fort Kent. And she fouls the floor. Yep, that's a travel. Yep.
Ankle kind of gave way. She was coming
down. Well, those plays, you better have to just get on your knees. You go down on both knees and then dribble when you get up. That's not a travel. But it takes a lot to think that quick. So off the turnover, be Woodland's ball, be Emily Curtis. Those two. Jane Smith, her shot is no good. Rebound, tapped around. Who's got it? Ooh, the foul. And who's that on? I know it's on Woodland, but I'm not sure.
Emily Erskine, believe.
Yep.
Emily Erskine, number 4, is going to pick up her first, team's third.
7 minutes to play to a halftime. Woodland leads it 15-7. Fort Kent will bring it up. The Lady Warriors. And they have a lot more snow than we do.
You are an awful lot more.
Pelletier shot up and you get a foul. She fell to the floor hard. That one hurt.
Foul is going to be on number 4, Emily Erskine. That's going to be her second, team's 4th.
Pelletier, a 5'5" senior at the line. Shot is good. She got it. 15-8. Emily Erskine will check out. Brooke Russell will check in. And for Fort Kent, Desjardins checks in for Socia. That shot is up, is no good. Tipped around. And out of bounds. Last touch by Desjardins at Fort Kent. And now they're putting the press back on. Yes, they are. All right, Russell with the dribble. That's a man press this time. Russell in the full court. Drop the key. With the dribble. Foul line. Inside. Pass is intended for Curtis. And scramble and they get the turnover before Kent. Bringing up court for Pelletier. Pelletier. And foul line. All the way down. Stop. Pop up by Daigle. That is no good. Rebound by Sadie Smith. And she'll bring it up back up corner. 1 on a through break. It's over to Russell. They'll reset their offense here. Well front. Lady Rose in the man. Still has it. Pretty close to 5. Finally gets it inside. A little bit too hot to handle. And through the hands of Curtis and out of bounds. Oh, a bullet pass. If you weren't expecting it, there's no way you're going to catch that. So, 3 turnovers in a row here. 5:59 to play in the first half. 15 for Woodland, 8 for Fort Kent. Daigle out front. Round. Pelletier. Back over to Daigle. Top of the key with a dribble. Back over to Pelletier. Peltier in the foul line, gets over to Jardins. Jardins loses the ball, but gets it back, picks it back up is Hafford. Hafford gets fouled. Reaching foul there.
Fouls on number 12. Abby Walker is going to be her second, team's fifth.
And we get a timeout. So we'll take a timeout with a score. Woodland 15, Fort Kent 8. We'll be back in 30.
On the air, it's popcorn.
All right, back here at the Dragon Dome with Fort Kent's ball. 7-point lead for the Lady Dragons. Fort Kent having the ball underneath their own basket. Inside passes Jardins. Jardins start blocked by Sadie Smith. Picked off by Emily Curtis. Long pass up to Russell. Baseline, stops. Loses the handle, follows the floor. Picked up by Curtis. Hands it off to Russell. She'll set in the corner for three. No good, and rebound and a foul. Emily Curtis.
Emily Curtis, number 25, is going to pick up her first, team's sixth foul.
As Emily Curtis will check out, get a breather. The girl that blocks her out is considerably shorter than her. She went for the ball. She didn't see the girl in front of her. That happens sometimes. All right, bringing the forecourt. Pelletier to Daigle. Back with the Pelletier in the wing. Top the key to Daigle. Woodland Soul, the man. Woman to woman, person to person. Long shot up and good by Daigle. Right at home, they said, go ahead, let's see if you can make one. She did. And out of bounds.
Sure that wasn't Pelletier? I think it was Pelletier that took that shot, wasn't it? Number 10?
Yes, it was. Okay. Excuse me. It was. Nice Pelletier. Hand off there right at the very end there. Right down, Pelletier. And shot is no good. Rebound. Scramble. Nobody got the rebound. Finally, Russell has it. And out of bounds. Last touch by Fort Kent. So Fort Kent's still in that man. 15-11 is our score. Russell, baseline. Have to go full length of the court. Over the top. And it was stolen away. Picked up by Fort Kent. Jardins. Jardins lays it up and in off the turnover. Russell with the dribble. Now it's 15-13. Russell moves the handle, stolen away, picked up by Fort Kent. As their defensive intensity is picked up and shot is no good. Rebound fought for it. And comes away with it. Woodland. Russell. Over down, lays it up and no, it is no good. Rebound by the Jardins. Both clubs there, one by Hafford, now by Russell, missed point-blank layups. And a foul on Walker.
That was going to be on number 12, Abby Walker. That's her third, team's seventh. So from here on in is bonus time for Fort Kent. And it's going to be a one-on-one.
3:55 left to play in the first half, and then there's the one-on-one. 15 for Woodland, 13 for Fort Kent. Abby will take a breather with the three fouls, and Emily Erskine will check in for her. Shot up and no good by Hafford. Jean for the rebound and a foul. Player control. They can call it player control first.
Foul's going to be on number 14, Emma Jardin. Her first, team's fourth.
She kind of cleared out with that shoulder and elbow. That was good. That was the right call.
But when she had actually done that, and then she went for the shot. Now Emily come back with a foul on the shot herself. But,
yeah. And it's stolen away by Fort Kent. Off to press again. 3 in a row. Way down. Pelletier to Hafford. Hafford running right into it. And a partial block. Goes in the hands of Daigle. She puts it up and in. We're tied at 15. 3:25 with the play in the half. Russell trying to go coast to coast, and we get a blocking foul. It's going to push from behind. So it'll be Willow's ball on the baseline.
Foul's going to be on number 2. Hannah Daigle was going to be her first, team's fifth.
Rick Russell at the line. Shot up and good.
First points of this quarter for Woodland.
Yes, it is. 3:25 left to go in the half here. Woodland leads it by 1, 16-15.
It's quite a drought.
It is. Almost 5 minutes. She makes the second one. And Coach Michelle Ripley wants to take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout. We'll score Woodland 17, Fort Kent 15, right back after this. Back here at the Woodland High School Gymnasium, Mike Boyce and Jamie Wahanan here courtside. Girls action. Don't go away. We have a doubleheader as the Fort Kent boys will take it on the Woodland boys right after this one. Bring it up court. Beltier. Woodland is a 3-2 zone, and they're going to hold it. They're going to force Woodland to come out. Around. She's going to shoot Hafford for 3. That is no good. Rebound controlled by Jonjo. And jump ball, taking possession for Kent. Interesting. They hold the ball for a while, and then they decide to take a 3-point try. So Johns will put the ball in the play underneath their own basket. Inside. Man, that was a wow. Turnover. And a turnover back as Smith threw it into the hands of Pelletier for Kent. There you go. Back over to John Joe. Back over to Pelletier. Shot up by Deschamps for 3 is no good. Rebound by Emily Erskine. Hands it over to Brooke Russell. Russell. That's a double dribble. Correct call. Another. Turnovers are piling up for both. They are. Actually,
I got Woodland with 12 turnovers right now. They had 3 turnovers in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So, 9 turnovers this second quarter. We still got 2 minutes to go.
Oh, yeah. Woodland 17-15. Shot up by 3 by number 23, Hafford. And now Fort Kent takes a 1-point lead at 18-17. Russell in the forecourt. Drop the key, gets over to Emily Erskine. Looking for help, finally hands it off to Russell. Russell down inside, pass intended for Erskine, goes through her hands and picked up by Fort Kent. Then all the way up is Pelletier. Pelletier shot up, no good, foul. And she'll go to the line for 2. Right now, the difference in the second half has been the turnovers for Woodland.
Foul's going to be on number 4, Emily Erskine. That's her 3rd. Team's 8th.
And from the turnovers, they get foul trouble. Her first one is no good. She'll get another one. She's fouled in the act of shooting. 1:57 left to play in the half. That shot is no good. Rebound by Katie Erskine. She'll bring it up court. Erskine still has it with a dribble. Hands over to her point guard, Russell. With a dribble. We're out front. 1-point lead for the Lady Warriors from Fort Kent. It's over to Emily Erskine. Shot is no good. Rebound. Jane Smith with a nice hustle. Bounce pass side to Katie Erskine. Turns. Looking for help. Finally gets outside to Russell. Russell along the baseline. Tries to lay it up. No good. She gets her own rebound. Decides to bring it back out. Russell moves the handle. Scramble for it. Finally stolen away by Fort Kent. All the way down is Hafford. Hafford lays it up. No good and knocked out of bounds by Katie Erskine. 1:11 left to play in the first half. So it'll be Socia will put the ball in the play on the baseline. He throw in basket for Fort Kent. Hafford inside, back over. Shot up by Hafford for 3. Got 4 of them, one on each side. 21-17, 1 minute to play in the half. Go Russell. Go to Smith. Back over to Russell. Fort Kent in the man. Around. So to Jane Smith. She'll stop and pop. Up and hit. Good basket for Woodland. They need that one. 21-19. 35 seconds to play in the half. 2-point lead for the Lady Warriors. And they have the ball here down to 33 seconds to go in the half. So if they play for 1 shot. It'll be Socia. Outside. Shot up and no good. Rebound and block by Erskine. And out of bounds off of Fort Kent with 18 and a half seconds to go in the half. If Woodland capitalize and tie it up or take the lead this time down the floor. Emily Erskine to Smith. Back over to Erskine, she'll bring it up court. Erskine with the dribble. It's over to Russell. Down to 10 seconds. Russell still has it. All around, do it around, and stops, pops up off the glass. No good. Rebound by Emily Erskine. She'll shoot it up and in! That was the buzzer sounds. And the first quarter of play with the score. Woodland 21, Fort Kent later in the game. The pin game is going to be tomorrow night, not Wednesday because of the weather. It's going to be tomorrow at 6:30. They move the game from Wednesday to tomorrow night. The girls, Woodland Callis girls game tomorrow night, 6:30. All right. Smith hands over to Russell. Ball inside, so Erskine turns, 5, pass inside. Erskine lays it out. Emily Curtis for 2 for the pass from Erskine. And Woodland retakes the lead. Slowly bringing up court will be Pelletier. Far sideline to Hafford. Back over to Pelletier. They'll reset. Woodland in a 1-2-2 zone. A little bit different. I've only seen them use it once this year right that way. A little bit different change for them. Around is Daigle. John Joe. Around inside pass. Thrown away by Curtis. Pass inside over the top to Sadie Smith. Lays it up and no good. Rebound by Erskine. She puts it up and in. They're doing down the floor that time. And Woodland has a 4-point lead at 25-21. Up court, Pelletier. To Daigle. Around. From Socia. And a long hit by Pelletier for 3. That was out there. Right, she was fast so far out. I didn't think she was going to shoot it. 25-21. Smith in the front court. Erskine inside pass to Chris. Her shot is no good. Rebound by Sadie Smith. Puts up and in. Right place at the right time to Sadie Smith. And Woodland has a 3-point lead. In the front court, Pelletier. With a dribble. Pass inside, back from Daigle. And gets it from Pelletier. Around. Socia. To Pelletier for Fort Kent. And we kick save the beauty, looks like. And the soccer players. 6:06 to go, third quarter here. Live from the Dragon Dome. It'll be Hafford. Over dribble. All the way up front to Pelletier. The Lady Warriors being very patient this time down the floor. As one is packed it in, forcing the shooter outside. They have made a few threes. Finally, they get it to Daigle. Move the dribble. And Socia shoots the handle off her foot. Picked up by Sadie Smith with the steal. To bring in the forecourt. Right down, Russell. In the dribble, gets the pick. Russell in the paint. And jump ball. It's called. So it'll be Fort Kent off the turnover. Okay. And in the forecourt is Pelletier. Over Daigle, back over Pelletier. Thought about the three, sides against it, brings it back out. To Hafford, top of the key. Woodland leads at 24, 5:13 to play in the third quarter. Daigle, out front, the ball is tipped and back over to Hafford, to Pelletier. Pass inside and tipped by Katie Erskine, picked up by Russell and bring it back the other way. Emily Erskine. Move on inside to Curtis. Curtis, bounce pass. Oh, good idea though, and out of bounds. But I like her thinking there. She made the spin move and made the pass for a backdoor cut to Sadie Smith, who was a little bit too far ahead of her. If she would have caught it, she was in for an easy bunny. I can't fault her in that thought. Even though he got the turnover, that. Daigle. Back over to Hafford. Back over to Pelletier as a kind of work a Celtic weave way up front. The Jardins. Set 15-footer is good. There's no two of them there. 27-26. Now they come back in that press off the made basket. Russell in the forecourt. Fouquet in the man. They've been pretty much throughout. Curtis shot is up is no good. Rebound, jump ball, in possession goes to Woodland. And let's see who checks in here.
So John Joe coming in for
John Joe. I couldn't see the number for Socia. I couldn't see the number. Erskine. Hey, Erskine stops. Pass. Shot. No left-handed up off the glass. No good. She gets her own rebound. And she gets fouled. Yeah. Felt the girl on her hip and put it up so she goes to the line for two.
Foul's going to be on number 21, Shirley Jondro. Her second, team's first in the second half.
Been a fairly clean game. Shot by Erskine is good. Katie Erskine, the senior. 4:07 left to play in the third quarter. 28 for Woodland, 26 before Kent. Bums on her fingers. Shot is no good. Rebound, Emily Curtis. And Sadie Smith. Left-hand shot up and no good. Rebound, fought for, scramble on the floor. Jump ball, taking possession, goes to Fort Kent. Woodland with a 2-point lead. 3:58 left to play in the third quarter. 28-26. Lady Warriors will bring up court. Pelletier. Oh, go away. We have a double header as the boys will play right after this. Pelletier with a dribble. Stops at the elbow to Hafford. Around and knocked out of bounds by Smith.
Nice anticipation that by Sadie.
As John Joe will put the ball in the play. Pelletier. Around. Daigle. Back over to Pelletier. Back out front to Hafford. Down to Pelletier. Triangle offense. Inside to Shadens at the foul line. They won't let her shoot that one again. Pelletier. And Coach Kelly O'Leary wants to take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout. We'll score. Woodland 28, Fort Kent 26. So right back after this.
Second quarter there, and Fort Kent was able to get quite a few turnovers, steals, and was able to count and was able to make them count. So that's what got them back into the game. But Woodland and Fort Kent, this is going to be a really good game. This last 11 minutes of it, anyways.
All right, be Fort Kent's ball way up front. Pelletier.
Very evenly matched.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. Around. And Desjardins in the paint, lose the handle, still it goes right to his feet. So Pelletier for three, got it! Nobody collapsed in to try and get the ball, nobody got it. And now Fort Kent is taking a 1-point lead. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter at 29-28. In the front court is Russell with the dribble. In the paint, stops, gets over to Erskine. Erskine shows it up and in, do the foul, so go to the line to try and make it a 3-point play.
Foul's going to be on number 14, Emma Desjardins, her second, team second.
Nice job in the penetration. Joe on the foul. See if she can make it a 3-point play, Jamie. Shot up and good. She got a pizza. Good for her. And from Joe's Diner and Pizzeria, Main Street in Calais, she got herself a pizza. In the Fort Kent, Pelletier. Far sideline is Hafford over the top from John Joe. Desjardins, Pelletier, in the paint, shot up and no good. Rebound by Emily Erskine. And she'll go all the way up to it. That's over to Russell. Reset their offense. Russell up front with the ball and the lead. 2:12 to play in the third quarter. Smith with the dribble in the paint. Left-handed pass inside the Curtis. Shot's no good. She gets fouled.
That is a sweet take it by that time by Sadie. She'd actually drawn those 2 or 3 defenders right on her. Left Emily wide open underneath there. Emily, I don't think she really has the total legs right now to be able to jump up. Normally she would have made that an easy 2.
Shot is good. You're trying to regain her strength. She was quite sick last week.
That foul was on number 2, Hannah Daigle. That's going to be her second, team's third.
the lead is up to 3 points, 32-29.
And she made that, right?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
2:06 to go, third quarter. Next shot is no good. Rebound by Erskine. She puts it in for two. 34-29. 5-point lead for the Lady Dragons. Nice catch by Daigle. Around John Joe. Inside, shot blocked, and a foul. And I'm not sure who that was on. We'll send a 4-can player to the foul line.
Foul's going to be on number 14, Katie Erskine. That's going to be her first, team's first in the second half.
So she at the line for the two shots. Shot is good. 34-30. 1:49 left to play in the third quarter here. Don't go away. We do have a boys action. That should be a real barn burner. Next shot. Good. Make them both. Got them on net. 34-31. Russell. To Smith. They try to break this press put on by 4-Ken. This one's a zone press. Smith. Find Erskine. Fine across the top stripe. It's over Russell. Now they'll go back into the man. That's difficult. Go from a zone press to a man defense.
Got to be quick to do that.
Yeah. All right, it'll be Russell way out front. Gets the pick. Around the horn. Little dribble. And knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Fort Kent Pelletier. 1:17 to play in the third quarter here. In the corner baseline will be Smith. Kenzo to Curtis. Blue Russell. Reset their offense. Smith, Jaden Smith just checked in for Woodland. Around. Oh, the top. Nice catch by Curtis, and she gets fouled. Good idea. There's a toss girl on the corner of the low post. 1 minute to play in the third quarter.
Foul's going to be on number 23, Desiree Hafford. Her second, team's fourth.
Up and good. 35-31. So we'll get another one here. Takes her time. That one is good. Get them both. And Emily will take a break here with 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Good move by Coach Michelle Ripley there. Take a breather. Still another full quarter. Woodland with a 5-point lead before Ken has the ball here. Pelletier will bring it up court. With the dribble. Around. From John Joe. Nice catch by John Joe on the pass back from Socia to Pelletier before Ken.
Wow, those 2-3 zones extended right out there.
Way out there. And out of bounds off of Woodland down the baseline. We're taking away all outside shooting, forcing Fort Kent to get into the paint. And that's where the tree of Emily Curtis is. Shot up and no good by Fort Kent. Grundo. And so the play brings it up. I'm gonna think it's Woodland ball.
I'd say it is too.
Yeah.
They got that call right there.
Yeah. They both raise their hand. They're gonna look at each other because they didn't want to both of them point in a different direction. Adds more complications. Over the top is Sadie Smith to Jaden Smith. Ty Erskine, baseline, turns. Shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Sadie Smith. She puts it up and in. 28-31. Woodland up by 7. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Pelletier to John Joe. All right. Down to 6 seconds. Pelletier gets the pick. We give and go. Back outside. Shut up by Hafford for 3. It was no good as the buzzer sounds. As we completed 3 quarters of play, the score, Woodland 38, Fort Kent 31. And we're back.
Yes,
7.
I think the largest lead they had till that point was 6.
Right, I think it was. Yeah. So it'll be Woodland's ball. It'll be Russell. So to Smith. Back around. I'm sorry, it's been 8. Sorry, okay, I wasn't sure. Thrown away by Fort Kent and knocked out of bounds by Jaden Smith.
Yeah. The end of the quarter, it was 15-7. The end of the first quarter, so that would have been 8 points.
That's right. I couldn't remember.
Not quite.
Over the top inside, back out around by Fort Kennedy. Pelletier for three, no good. Rebound controlled by Russell. It should bring up court. Russell with the dribble. Inside, a kick save to beauty by Socia. So it'll be Dragons ball. Around Russell. With the dribble. It's over to Jaden Smith. Just started the fourth quarter. Woodland with a 7-point lead here. Kenny Erskine with a floater. That is no good. Who's got the rebound for Kent? And bring it back up court, Pelletier. Pelletier flying through the air. Shot up, no good. We get a block and foul on Woodland. $7:15 to go in the game here.
Foul's going to be on number 10, Sadie Smith. That's her second, team second.
Shot is good. Make that 38-32. 7:15 to play. Pelletier, Michaela Pelletier, the senior. Shot is no good. Rebound by Erskine. Hands over to Abby Walker. Picks it up. Hands over to Russell. With a dribble. Bring up court to Jaden Smith. Back over to Walker. Russell, excuse me. Jaden Smith. With the dribble. Inside, Sadie Smith. Shot up off the glass is no good. And rebounds controlled by Fort Kent. Now we got 2-on-1 break. Down, coast to coast, lays it up. Is no good by Ackford. And rebounding action, a foul on Woodland. Allison Socia, is it Socia? No, John Joe. To the line.
Foul's going to be on number 10, Sadie Smith. That's her third, team's third.
Shoots and got it. 38-33, 6:45 to play. Curtis will check in. And Emily Erskine will check in as Smith and two Smiths, Jaden and Sadie will check out. So Emily Curtis, she had about 3 or 4 minute break there. Shot is no good. Rebound by Emily Curtis. Russell will have it. She'll bring it in full court. Gets over to Katie Erskine. Fakes. Decides he can bring it down. Outside, Emily Erskine, top of the key. Swish. What a wheel of a game. 40-33. I haven't seen it. She's hot shooting. This is one of the better games in the shooting. In the full court. Pelletier with the dribble. Inside. Back out front. To the side. Right. Is Daigle with the dribble. Over Pelletier. Halford. Over Pelletier. They're working on perimeter in the paint. Blocked by Katie Erskine. Over the dribble. Pelletier back out front. Long shot for three. And that is Halford. Wow. Those are long threes. 40-36. 5:50 to play in the game. Over the top, Abby Walker, shot up and no good, and a foul. She's clapping her hands for 2 or 3 seconds and hey, I'm open here.
That happened the first half too. This time they actually made the effort to get the pass to her.
Yeah. So she'll go to the line for 2.
Foul's going to be on number 20, Madison Saucier, her first, team's 5th.
Shot by Walker is no good. She didn't know. She's finally after shooting. 5:40 left to play in the game. The Shadens will check in for Socia. Walker, the sophomore at the line. Dips, shoots, and got it. 41-36. 5-point lead for the Lady Dragons here with 5:35 to play. Pelletier. The ball's tipped and goes to the hands of Jardins. Around. It's John Joe. Daigle. Pelletier. They reset their offense. Inside. Ball's tipped by Abby Walker. Picked off by Katie Erskine. To Russell. And bringing him to forecourt. 5:15 to play. Winner with the lead on the ball. 41-36. Inside pass. Emily Curtis. Shot up off the glass and in. Yeah, once she got the inside position, that was an easy bunny. 43-36. In the front court is Pelletier. with the dribble. Over the top to Johns. Johns with the dribble in the paint. Stops, pops, up and no good. Rebound by Katie Erskine. Russell will bring it up court. Across the time stripe. 4:40 to play. Woodland leading the ball. 43-36. For Kent, still in that zone, and we'll jump ball. Yep. Throw right in the double team. So the turnover there will be for Kent. So it'll be Lady Warriors bringing the forecourt here. 4:30 to play. Ball to way out front. Here's where she shot the last one for 3. We got Hafford. Goes around the perimeter. Still lots of time left here. It's over 4 minutes. Well, Hafford. Pelletier. Inside pass to Shadens. Back out front. And starts pop by Pelletier is no good. Rebound is controlled by Fort Kent. Bring it out front. Pelletier for a long 3. No good. Rebound controlled by Fort Kent. John Joe brings it back out. Shot up and good for 3 by Hafford. Wow. We'll take a quick timeout. We would have leading it 4-3 to 39 right back after this. Yeah. A couple of times I think they thought they had the rebound, but you never know. You got to fight for everything here. 3:47 to play. Fort Kent record 8-5, Woodland 9-4. Big ball game for both ball clubs. Important heel points. Fort Kent is in Class C. Lady Dragons in Class D. Russell over to Smith. Inside to Curtis. Nice catch. Back out. Smith takes a shot. That is no good. Rebound, Emily Curtis. Curtis turns, fires, block, foul. Woodland for 2. And Emily Curtis will go to the line.
Foul was on number 21, Shaylee Jondro. Her 3rd, team 6.
Shot is good by Emily Curtis. They might have to make an adjustment. As one of the shorter players in the court, one's guarding Emily sometimes. Anyway. Shot up, and that is no good. Rebound by Desjardins. Here's over to Pelletier, bring up court. We're with a 5-point lead. Fort Kent has the ball. Shot by Pelletier. Oh!
He lost the handle on that as she was going up in the air for the shot. Was able to regain the possession and get the shot off.
Wow. 44-41. 2-point lead for the Lady Dragons. 3:10 to play in the game. Smith to Katie Erskine. Way off front to Russell. Well, Smith. Okay, Russell. Under 3 to go in this one. Old-fashioned barn burner at the Dragon Dome. Bounce pass inside. Katie Erskine puts up and in. She got the inside position. A little spin move there. 46-41. 2:45 to play in the game. Pelletier out front to John Joe. Go to Pelletier for the Cutters. To Daigle. Drop the key. To Desjardins. Shot up and good by Emma Desjardins. 46-43. Teams trading baskets here. 2:25 to play. Russell. O'Donnell spins. Stop. Inside Erskine. Shot. Nice fake up and in. Man, that would look like Kevin McHale move. Yeah. 2 spins and in for 2. Well, got that memories of the deal.
What a pretty hit fake that was.
Yes, and we get a foul ensuing play.
Like I said, sure. I think the foul is going to be on number 10. Yeah, number 10, Sadie Smith, is going to pick up her 4th. Team's 4th.
Coaches, we got to keep her in there with 2:09 left to play in the game. 5-point lead and stolen by Katie Erskine. Over the top, Emily Curtis. And Coach Michelle Ripley wants to take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout. We'll score Woodland 48, Fort Kent 43 right back after this. Big heel points on the line here. I think the winner of this game could move up a position or 2. Easily. Yes.
Either team.
Yes, either team could move up. Yep, at least one spot. Smith. Look at this. Fort Kent comes to the full court press. And in the second quarter, they paid dividends because they did take a lead. Russell in the front court down to 155. Inside, Curtis spins, turns, up off the glass, no good. Ball stripped and picked up, stolen away, all the way down. For Kent, goes up and in. It'll be Hafford to go to line, trying to make a 3-point play.
Foul is going to be on number 4, Emily Erskine. Her 4th, team's 5th.
And Johns checks out. Hafford at the line. Desiree Hafford, junior, at 5'7". Shot is no good. Rebound is controlled by Russell. With the dribble. Around, gets over to Smith. That's over to Erskine. Back over to Russell. With the dribble. Inside to Smith. 1:24 to play in the game. Woodland with the lead and the ball. They lead it by 3. 1:20. Russell, way up front. Still almost loses it. And she gets fouled by Pelletier for Kent. Now I do believe that is 1-on-1.
It is. Kayla Pelletier picks up her 2nd, team's 7th.
And yep, it is 1-on-1. Just double checking. Brooke Russell at the line.
Williams still got 2 fouls to give to.
That might help them.
It could.
Shot up and no good. Rebound is controlled by Pelletier. 4 Kent will bring it back the other way. Looking to cut the lead or to tie it up here. Pelletier back over to Hafford. Or top Daigle. Back to Hafford. Around John Joe. Inside is Socia, and a foul. She went line for 2. She drove to the middle.
Foul's going to be on number 14, Katie Erskine. Her 2nd, team 6 foul.
Socia at the line, the junior. Shot up and good. 48-46. 56 and a half seconds to go in the game. A good one here from the Dragon Dome. Takes her time. Shot is good. Made them both. Woodland with a 1-point lead. 48-47. And knocked out of bounds. Is the ball? It'll be Woodland will put the ball in the play. Now they can't run the baseline. No. So on those, when they put the press up the way basket, run that baseline. So now it'll be Smith to put it in play. Smith to Russell. There's a quick clear out and a blocking foul on Fort Kent. So we'll walk all the way down the other end of the court here. Those all important free throws. That's what you practice them and really practice.
The foul was on number 21, Shirley Jondro. Her 4th, team's 8th.
Brooke Russell, the senior. 54 seconds to play in the game. Shot is no good. Rebound is controlled by Socia. There's over Pelletier. We're going with a 1-point lead here. And Coach Kelly O'Leary will take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout with a score. Woodland 48, Fort Kent 47, and right back after this. These things drag for a while at the free throws. If you do which player that was weaker in the free throws for Fort Kent, it wouldn't hurt the Woodland to foul here. You do want a 3-pointer. Way out front. There you go. Around is John Joe. Inside, Johnny pass, and a block by Erskine out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. 32 and a half seconds. All right, there we go. We're with a 1-point lead, and Coach Kelly O'Leary wants another timeout. So we'll take a timeout. 32.8 seconds to go in the game. 48-47 Woodland. All right, back here in Woodland. Mike Boyce, Jamie Land here courtside. All the way on the bottom burner, guys. Fort Kent has the ball. They trail by 1 point. 32.8 seconds to go in the game. And Socia turns around. Pelletier. Inside the paint. Shot up, no good. Rebound. Comes away, Russell. and gets fouled. Good defense by Lady Dragons that time down the floor. And we'll walk over that.
Now, this is a one-on-one situation, which was good because they still going to make them one-on-one. But the next foul would buy somebody a chance. It's going to be double bonus here.
Russell's shot is no good. Rebound, Emily Curtis. And she never touched the rebound. I mean, she just was taller and got it. And a foul on Fort Kent. I was someone thinking about the foul there, but I could see the space. Just playing taller and longer. And Erskine will go to the line. Katie Erskine, the senior, who's played a whale of all game. 14.1 seconds to go. Dips, shoots in, no good. Boy, 3 in a row by Woodland. See if it comes back to haunt them here. Takes your time. Shot is good. 2-point lead, 49-47.
No threes, no fouls.
Yes. Ran up court. All right, now Dundo. Shot up and no good. Rebound control. Pelletier scores, pops. That is no good. And Curtis for the rebound. It's about to foul to end the ball game. Woodland victorious over the Fort Kent Lady Warriors. They had 3 cracks at it and couldn't call. Woodland wins it 49-47. We're back with the final stats in a moment.